Okay, so in this video I wanted to demonstrate how the laser bullet functions in each of these different styles of guns. However your gun works without the laser bullet, as far as resetting the trigger, is how it's going to work with the laser bullet. The laser bullet doesn't change the mechanics of the gun or how it functions as far as whether you have to re-rack the gun or have to have an empty magazine in it or whatever the situation may be. So I'm going to demonstrate some of the different examples here. The first one I want to show is the revolver. So this revolver, if you only have one laser in it, here's the laser, then you're going to have to align that hole in such a way, and then your next shot gets you nothing and you have to wait for it rolls around again. So that's the problem with only having one laser. Now if you had multiple lasers, you could fill up all the holes and then you can just keep shooting. And we do offer a discount for those who want, for a 5-pack of lasers. You can enter the code 5-pack when you buy the sled and 5 lasers, and you get 1 free. So basically you get $60 off. So now with all the lasers in, so now you can keep shooting with a revolver. The next example is a CZ75B. Now on this firearm, it's a double action. So the first part of the action draws the hammer back, and you don't have to re-rack it. You can keep pulling the trigger on this. It's a heavier trigger pull because you're doing double action, but if you wanted to, you could cock it, and then it's half the weight. And that's how this particular gun functions with that. Okay, so the next example is going to be the Sig P365. Now with the Sig, you do have to have a magazine in. It's called a magazine disconnect. This is a feature that some guns have, and it will only dry fire. Make sure there's no ammo in the magazine. And on this one, you will have to rack it each time. Or you can pull the hammer back. So that one, that's the steps for that. The next is a standard Sig P365. You can use it without the magazine, but it's not double action, so you will have to re-rack it. This is the same way a Glock would function. You can use an empty magazine in it as well, but you will have to re-rack each time. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is the Springfield Armory 1911. So with this one, you do have to rack it or pull the hammer back. It's easier to pull the hammer back on it, or you can rack it. And then we have a Taurus. This is the G2C. This one, there's no hammer on it, and it's double action. So this one you can just keep repeat firing. Okay, so this brings up another important point. Just because you have to re-rack a gun doesn't mean it's bad for training with a system like this. In fact, you should be training with whatever gun you have. Now there's actually benefits to having to re-rack the gun. As I just demonstrated with the Taurus, once you find the center of that target, it's very easy to keep hitting it. Now when you have to re-rack a gun like the P365, now in order to shoot again, I have to re-rack. So what that forces me to do is I have to realign my sights each time. So that simulates what recoil would do. When you have recoil on a gun, the gun goes up after you pull the trigger, and then you have to regain your sight alignment for the next shot. That's how recoil affects your shot. It doesn't affect where the bullet's going to go. Your bullet's going to go wherever you're aiming, but after you shoot, you have to reacquire sight alignment. And when you have to re-rack your gun, you likewise have to reacquire sight alignment each time. So the process of re-racking your gun gives you that extra training in regaining sight alignment after each shot. Again, like anybody with a double action that doesn't need to be re-racked can find the center of the target and then once you find it, you could close your eyes and keep hitting 10s. There's nothing to it. So that's each of these different guns. That's how they work. Then I'm going to show you the AR-15. And this will require you to pull the charging handle. Okay, so that's an example of how the laser bullet functions in each of these different styles of guns. So basically the rule of thumb is however your gun works without the laser bullet is how it's going to work with the laser bullet. Thank you.